Ba-boom. There we go. Oh, there we go. What's up, people?
What's
Who we got?
up?
We got Cam is here. Cam was first, and then there was me, and then Unripe the Berry. Hello. And Kusmeti is on time. She finished feeding the chickens. And then there's KatOnADragon, not her real name, who's here today. Her real name is Vivian. She's outed herself as Vivian.
Yeah, it's Vivian.
Explain yourself, Vivian.
I decided to what's the word? To be more professional and use my real name.
Okay.
Like you did. Great mentor.
Well, yeah. So now you're out there to the world as Vivian, and I know Vivian from the real world, not the internet. So, do you want to explain how you know me, or do you want me to do that?
So when I was like 15, me and my dad would go to Comic-Cons, and I would specifically look for Transformer artists.
Yeah. And instead, Brian, you found me.
I found you, and I did not stop bothering you because I kept asking you for art advice and stuff.
Yeah, that is true. And that was gosh, that's been a while. So now you're aren't you graduating this year from college?
Yes, I'm graduating a semester late though, next fall.
Okay, that's okay. It happens. So, and your major is
graphic design and illustration.
Look at there, graphic design and illustration. Everyone says hello.
Hello.
Maddie says hello. Heck.
Hello.
Kitty on Lizard. Heck is trying to make plays on your name. All right. So let's so let's see. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to do. What am I doing this? Oh, there's yours. So what are you're using Clip Studio Paint? What is your setup? This is a desktop, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a lot easier to stream with than Procreate. And recently, the version 2.0 came out, and so it was very cheap because I already pre-owned it.
Oh yeah. I haven't downloaded it yet. And since my channel, the algorithm thinks I'm the Clip Studio Paint guy, I should probably do that and do a video on it.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll do that.
Auto shading now. Oh, good.
It has what?
Auto shading. I'm not super impressed with it.
What is so it's trying to like just 2-dimensional drawings? It'll shade.
Yeah, it shades for you, but let me show you. So it's called Shading Assist, and it does that.
Huh. Okay.
It's okay. It definitely needs tweaking.
So I guess that's the light source.
Yeah. Then you can like expand it or shrink it.
Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like doing my own shadows.
Same. I'm not super impressed by it.
I guess this is one of those like AI type things. They're trying to get you to, I don't know, make it easier. I don't know. See, this is why hang on, where's my I gotta switch here. So if you all were here last time, we are I don't know if have you seen any of the crazy Wagon Britches and Randy things I've been drawing?
Not yet, but I actually really like that. Actually, that's really cool.
So here they are. It happened by accident, and then it became a thing. So I'm gonna make. I think I'm gonna make a children's book with these two losers.
Do it.
But it's like when you're drawing, like doing the shading by hand is one of the things that I like doing. But also, it's like you gotta. So let me see that. Like zoom in and do the shading thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, zoom in on the face and let me see what it's doing.
It does better with color. Let me see if I can. Yeah, like let me open up another work that I have.
Hiroshi says the sale ends this weekend. Okay, I guess I got to get on that. Babbage is here. Cat
Oh.
on Dragon and Head in a Wagon Show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We'll do this guy.
All right.
Oh, ignore the curse words.
Is that his official name?
No. He's a jerk though. So like, see, I'm not super impressed.
So that's
by this.
so okay. So keep moving in and out. I want to look at it. So it's taking into account the line art, because right there, are there sketches behind that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's trying to use all the lines as reference, like an edge or something, I guess. Yeah, see, it's like it doesn't really follow the form very well. Like, so this will be a good talk on AI and these kind of tools. So let me pull up. Okay, oh, I already have something up. So you have that. Do you have any like just straight up like inked line art to use it with? I wish I had downloaded it before the stream so I could play with it.
I don't.
Oh, I tell you what, just draw a circle, just draw a shape, and throw it on there and see what it does. Just with a nice ink, like on a fresh canvas. Okay, so let's see. So it's edit.
Okay, yeah, it's not doing anything much.
Huh. It doesn't recognize a sphere?
It recognizes the line, but doesn't recognize the inside.
That's odd.
Because...
draw something inside it. Just draw like a line or a shape or something.
Okay. Pulling out the spray can.
Okay. Here we go. All right. Leave a little white, so I want to see what it does with the white area too.
Okay.
Huh. That's...
I told it to ignore the line.
I think I know. Good. Let me see your layers. Scroll down on your layers.
Okay. I have to cancel out of it. There we go.
Yeah, I think I know what it's doing. Okay. It's so that is a transparent background, so it's only doing that on that layer. I think that's what's happening. So let's see. Erase the blue. Just go back to where it was just a circle and fill it in white.
Okay.
Okay, now do it. I bet it'll do something. It probably won't look good, but it'll do something. Yeah, see?
Better.
Better, but weird. It's like not a sphere. Kinda. That's what it was doing. It's like it's getting... yeah. Huh.
Like a weird blob.
It must be because the shape isn't perfect circle, so it's trying to extrapolate what it would look like in 3 dimensions.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm gonna play with this guy. I don't have that. They also had the color. Did you ever play with the, what is this thing? Where was it? The colorize. If I colorize
no,
this,
I have not.
It's horrible.
It
was horrible. Let's see.
Oh, it's horrible.
Here. It does that kind of thing. I mean, it's just filling in with different, like with a palette. I don't know, why did it do this? Like this little airbrush thing in the background. I mean, it's
probably randomized every time.
Okay, let's see if it does it any different. Colorize. It's close, but it's like a stained glass something. That's what it looks like. Oh, and so I can take that away, and then that kind of looks like you typed into an AI. Draw a dude. Like it really wants to screw it up.
There's a really popular AI art where it's copied Ghibli.
What is it?
Have you heard of Studio Ghibli?
Oh yeah.
So they've copied Studio Ghibli art, or not copied, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done it, and they've turned Pokemon into Ghibli characters.
Okay.
It looks really good, but like, yeah.
Yeah, there's Eric Hawkins says, "Who is the guest? Voice sounds familiar." This is Vivian, aka KatOnADragon.
Hi, Eric.
You do like some stuff online? Tell everybody what you do.
I used to stream.
There we go. Used to stream.
I used to stream. Nowadays I'm in a podcast on Saturdays. Well, we're on hiatus right now because the DM just opened up an ice cream shop.
Ah, ice cream shops will do that. The podcast going on hiatus. I don't know anything about that because Paranormals totally didn't do that.
Oh,
at all.
It's okay to go on hiatus. Life happens.
I know. I need to get Elliot. I keep calling Elliot, but he won't call me back. He says he will, and then he doesn't because his life is crazy.
Just keep poking him.
So I'm going to fill this guy in real quick, and then I'm going to... I wonder what the... Gosh, I got to download the thing because I want to slaughter it. I want to put it to shame. I want to make the algorithm in Clip Studio Paint cry because it sucks.
Please do.
And takes joy away. See, the thing is, it's like if you are trying to be an artist or you're an up and coming artist, my concern with this stuff is that over time, like there's a chance you would not become an artist as you could be because you're relying too much on the AI to do things for you. And I'm not talking about like people just can't draw at all and just like, oh, I'm going to play with this thing and make something. It's like people that actually want to draw, but they're using the like the shading tool to as a shortcut. So it's like what you lose. I'm gonna make a shading thing. I think what you lose, get a purple. Yeah, look at that one. All right, is like going up under their eye. Because in your brain, every time you shade by hand, your brain is processing this in 3 dimensions. That's one of the things it takes a long time to kind of get the habit of. So I'm having to like think that, okay, the top of this is a kind of a sphere. So, but you start doing it without even really thinking. You're just kind of doing it by feel at a certain point. And if you can make decisions as you're going too.
Mm-hmm.
So this is everybody's little art lesson rant. why this stuff is not all it's going to be cracked up to be, I think.
I can understand because originally, like when I got into art, shading used to be the bane of my existence, but now it's my favorite part of the drawing.
Yeah.
It's because like it takes so long for your brain to understand how it works and why it wraps around that shape.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like once you, well, it's also like with writing, like you can go into a little chat GPI thing and have it write something. And if you had it do that for everything you needed to write, you wouldn't learn how to communicate.
I agree. I mean, like some of the best, I feel like Thunder Punch. If an AI wrote it, I feel like it wouldn't have I feel like there's no emotional attachment to it, because a robot wrote it versus you writing it. And I
Well,
love Underpunch.
there's
It's great.
no it's like AI is the lights are on but nobody's home. Like it can imitate uh what people kind of do, but there's no like understanding of like how do I make this human, a little tweak, little things here and there to make it have some emotion or whatever. And here's a big stupid thing I just did. Spot the problem with what I just did.
Oh no. You shaded the ear?
No, I did, but I established in the inks where the light was coming from, and then I didn't pay attention. It's shadows right here. The light is coming from this way, and I shadowed that side. But anyway, that's okay, because one of the legitimate good things about digital is this. Done. I can start over.
Done.
Babbage says Paranormals is constant as the northern star. That is correct. Hey, it did not go on permanent hiatus, Hiroshi. You shut your mouth.
I love Paranormals. I love hearing you and Elliot do all those voices.
I just try to make Elliot laugh. If I can get Elliot to laugh, everybody will have a good time. Because once his laugh is like an avalanche. It just, once it starts, it doesn't stop.
It's contagious.
So is what are you working on? Like, what is it for? Is this for anything, or is it just to do something?
Oh, looking at legs right now. So this is for my illustration class. I'm making my version of the Queen of Spades.
Oh, okay.
So I've been doing a lot of research.
What so what kind of things so you said it's illustration, like the class?
Yeah, the senior illustration, and then we're gonna have an art show at the end of the semester featuring my piece, all these pieces. Here's my reference sheet.
Oh, okay.
A lot of game characters you guys probably might recognize.
So do you have to do it like all digitally or by hand, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. It's the teacher. If I did it by hand, he would want 2 different colored versions in 1 week.
Okay.
And it's just easier to do it digitally.
Yes.
Color-wise.
Another advantage of doing things with the computer.
It's like, when I do stuff traditionally, I use Copic markers. Ironically, I use the same shading style that you've taught me.
Oh. I've poisoned the world. I've inflicted my coloring styles on future generations. Sorry, everyone.
Oh. No, you're fine. But I was doing a lot of research on the Queen of Spades, and Spades symbolizes, ironically, death, because back in the olden days, for good armor and weapons, it would have a spade printed on it. Here's like a bunch of sketches that I went through. I have a lot more sketches. These just happen to be on here, and the others were on Procreate on my iPad.
Did I see some Muka in there?
Yes, I love Alphonse Muka.
Yep. I have a huge poster above my mantle of the seasons.
I have a poster of him hanging up in my studio at the college.
Hiroshi says we're not supposed to talk about Copic markers with Brian. He's still bitter. I am a little bitter. Are you aware of my
Copic markers?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Hiroshi, it's not my fault. She asked. The markers themselves are great. It's the shenanigans they pulled with the refills that I'm bitter about. You know those big things, and now they cut it down to like less than half the size, but still the same price.
Mm-hmm.
And like the amount of refill you buy now is where the levels got when I would order a new refill. So I have not ordered any refills. In fact, I'm still using Copics. I'll get some refills eventually. I don't need to quite yet, but I started using the Dr. P.H. Martin's like watercolor and India ink stuff with a brush. So see, Babbage says, here we go. I've Yeah, I've ranted about this quite a bit. I'm bitter
No,
too, says Trestle. I know because I just tasted.
oh,
Don't hurt, Trestle. You're better than that. So anyway, sorry. That was my that was my disappointment with the Copics.
it's okay. You should hear me complain about college.
I have heard you complain about college.
Oh yeah, you have. Oh yeah, I get very heated.
You could talk about get art college, get riled up. That's good internet.
Oh no, my teacher is gonna be like, "So you have a problem with me?" I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. That was the other teacher."
Yeah, don't get yourself in trouble until you graduate, and then
Yeah.
you can unload. Yeah.
Like, I'll be like, at the graduation, I'd like to think this not one teacher leaves.
No, they don't watch me. So yeah, when Vivian was home for Christmas, my wife and son and her and her mom had dinner, and I got to hear all about the joys of what should I call it? An art major at
An art major, yeah.
a big university. So, which led me to think I'm just gonna start like off selling courses.
You should. You're a really good teacher.
I could do it cheaper. Actually, hey, this is a great opportunity to share my new website, marketing. Have you seen my new layout for my website?
I have not, but I will look at. Yes, show it to me.
Oh, look! Oh, here it comes! Oh, here we go. So I've even included wagon britches up there. So I've streamlined it because I was using a WordPress site forever, and a marketing friend of mine looked at it and said, "This is horrible." So he kind of started setting this up with Squarespace. I'm going to transfer it over, but
Well, that was nice. I use Wix.
Oh, Wix, yeah.
For my portfolio site.
Adding a bunch of products. Hey, everybody, you can get a Gunship Thunder Punch hat when I launch it in framed prints. The nice thing is that this uses what was it, Printful, so I don't have to like shove these into things. They just print it in. Well, I do the books, but they make this stuff. So yeah, you can buy all that stuff. You can buy a Madge, a paranormal shirt. Not the back. Why does it show the back? There's nothing on there. It's like, hey, check out the shirt. I think I will. Nope. We got to tweak that. But the members area. Let me go through the members area here. This is marketing, Vivian. This is every moment that you can. You have to like, and you're sick of it. I don't want to talk about myself, but here we are.
It's okay. I'm gonna have to do it too.
Yeah. So I'm
already doing it.
So it has a section here. Oh, there we go. Member area. So if you're wondering where projects are, look, there's a project update page. So every week, I'm updating where I am with these things so that you'll know what's coming. And it keeps me accountable to people because people can say, hey, that William the Last thing has been updated. And then we got tutorials. I'll be doing tons of these kind of things.
Oh, I love that.
And then I'm organizing all my videos, like all the stream and everything, but there'll be exclusive tutorial videos here. Like I'm putting together some like little short video courses on things. And then paranormals will be here, archived here. I got to put season 1 and 2 and all the shorts. So anyway, that's where I'm going with this. So everybody, I think I'm ready to launch it. I'm just like, do I need to do something else? And then I'll pull the trigger. Cam says tumbleweeds. The chat's what's up with the chat today? Where is everybody? I think they're just listening to us and they're not chatting with me.
To answer your question from college art students long story short, could be treated better, and it's very tiring.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I won't. I won't steal your thunder from the story that will come in a semester or two.
Yeah, in a semester or two. College is good. You do learn a lot of stuff. It's just certain teachers don't care about. They think certain art teachers think that they're the only one that's important to your grade. So they think it's well, I don't know how I'm wording this.
Right says, yeah, I'm listening. I think, well, most people in my chat have probably been to college, and it's always been kind of. When I was in school for public relations, which I never used because I was just getting a degree to get out of college, I went. It was part of the communications program, and so I went through 4 years, and the very last semester, the professor said, well, this is the only class where we teach you anything you're actually going to use. And I'm like, the crap have I been doing for 4 years? So I never used any of that, and anyway, it happens.
Only one class showed me how to use Photoshop.
Seems like that would be important for a design.
Ironically, so only time graphic designers use Photoshop is for making posters and stuff. But ironically, I know many professionals who use it 24/7.
Yeah.
I know how to use Photoshop in and out because I've studied it in my own time.
As I think most of the things you learn as an artist, you learn on your own. College is tiring and frustrating. You absolutely need good professors, says Unripe the Berry. Fly Fox, of course, says, is this that new Halo 2 game? Yeah.
Yes.
This is it.
Yep. Halo's in college.
This is Halo Unmasked right here. This is what Master Chief looks like. Sorry. Brian got the Tony degree in the School of Hard Knocks. I did. That was my once I got out of college, I got beat up by life. Took Design 1. They had the ceramics teacher use it. The ceramic teacher, semester and a half time, idiot me, was teaching him how to use Photoshop when he was teaching it to us. Oh yeah, had the ceramics teacher teach it that semester. That's a tough sentence. Had the ceramics teacher teach it.
Oh, there's something really funny happened. So, you know that all that stuff of COVID.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah,
I do remember something about that. Yes.
We had to get tested every 2 weeks. So if we missed that 2-week period mark, you get locked out of the school.
You get locked out of the school?
Mm-hmm. You have a card that lets you into buildings when school's not in session.
Really? Okay, well, we didn't have that. That must be something for you kids there. Because we just walked in the door.
And you couldn't also purchase lunch either because that was also connected to your school funds.
Okay, yeah, I did have that. So, did you miss getting tested?
Well, no, I didn't miss getting tested. I actually got my vaccine, and I had to send proof that I was vaccinated to the student health center, and I did. And they told me you don't need to show up for testing anymore. And so I didn't show up for testing like I was told, and I got locked out of the system.
Oh yes.
For a week, for like a week. And then eventually I kept emailing them and no one responded, so I went there in person, and they're like, oh, we're very sorry, and they did it just pressing one button.
Yes, this sounds like that sounds like college. That sounds like a big bureaucracy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, my wife works at a college. I know all kinds of things.
Yeah.
That go on. Yep. Oh man. Yeah. Did you ever get the Rona?
What? No, not that I know of.
Yeah. I did. I got it twice.
Oh.
Second time, I was nothing. First time was horrible. But
My mom caught it too.
yeah, well, let me switch back here. Let's see what's going on over here. Face. The helmet looks like the ship from Flight of the Navigator. Do you know that movie?
I've not seen that one.
That is an 80s movie. That is an 80s, it was a Disney movie. But I used to watch it all the time as a kid.
Oh
Fly
yeah,
Fox
so
works at
oh, go ahead.
So go ahead. What?
Oh, clear out some room. So, the character, so the Queen of Spades, it was actually it was an excuse to work on a secret side project called I'm gonna make an modern Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
Teacher does like my first illustration teacher. He supported the idea, and when I brought up making the comic for class as one of my projects, he's like, "Nah, too overdone."
What is it? Is he anti-comic?
Maybe. He doesn't seem to like them very much.
Yeah, that's especially in art departments. That's it's not as bad as it used to be. But if you went to definitely fine art, it'd be looked down upon. And then you would go to make put poop on a stick, and then they would say art.
I hate that toilet.
Yeah, you could. When I was, have you ever been to the Museum of Modern Art?
I have not.
I think modern art's a scam. But anyway,
Modern art scares me.
It's nonsense, and it was the biggest waste of $20 I ever spent. But anyway, some people watching are gonna no. I don't think anybody who watches me would be upset that I said that. I'll probably get some comments, but so I've been to the Met, which is fantastic. That's where they have the actual. You can go and see. Speaking of Muka, his paintings are huge. And you can get up close to and see like the brush strokes and everything. But the Museum of Modern Art, you get to a certain point. I'm pretty sure it was the Museum of Modern Art. Anyway, there was a stick in the ground, like a PVC pipe, with a stick sticking out of it. And I was like, the crap? What am I looking at? And then there was who was that famous? There's a famous artist. It's like a canvas with one color and then a stripe down it. He's a famous 20th century, I don't know. But I'm sitting there reading the little card, and it's like it took him 20 years to get to this point in his career. I'm like, done. This is stupid. I could do that right now. So yeah, I'm not a fan at all. And yeah.
Like there was this artist. He had like a really cute painting, and people spent billions of dollars on it. And as soon as someone the purchase was confirmed, the painting shredded itself because there was a shredder built into the canvas.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember that. That's yeah. And then there was something else. Wasn't there a banana taped to a wall or something?
There was, and someone ate it, and it was rotten.
Oh, and then there's the my favorite though is the guy that put his glasses on the ground, and just people started taking pictures of it. That was I think my favorite. Because if that doesn't show you that it's all stupid.
That's the first time I've heard that one, actually.
Oh, no. So a guy just set his glasses down. I don't know if it was by accident or he did it on purpose. He just put a pair of glasses on the floor, and people were coming by taking pictures of it. Fly Fox is Banksy. Was it Banksy? I'm not sure.
21st Century Gritter Is that art?
You saw what? You saw what yesterday, Cam? The glasses thing? Oh, the pile of trash. That's right. There was an exhibit that was
Oh
a pile
no.
of trash in the janitor's. Oh, the shredder was Banksy. Okay.
So there was this artist, you guys probably have heard of it, but it was a urinal.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And all he did was write his name on it.
Yep.
And it was considered fine art. I would have forgiven it if he detailed it or something. Like if he put painting on it, but no.
Yeah. Who was there was a guy that canned up his own poop.
Ugh.
And then the thing was the can started exploding over time because, you know, these gases. Yeah.
Yeah. I've learned some. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I've learned some very not PG things artists have done in art history.
Yeah. Well, you know, trying to push that envelope.
Like serial killer level.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, you know, you got to one up the last person, I guess.
That was literally back in the day before our art, before for the 21st century. Back then, you had to one up other artists by doing something no one's ever done before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I like early 20th century illustrators, like are like good actual drawing skill went there. Like as fine art became crazier in modern art, all the real artists started illustrating. But now all that's crap too. Where were we here? It's an old one. Yeah, yes, the urinal one is old. The poop can is old. Hiroshi, my favorite modern art from art history class was a guy who can't. Oh yeah, just did that.
Oh wait.
He must have said that just before I just. If he drank paint, then spelled his name with B in the urinal. Oh, that'd be art. Get on it, Tressel. That has you written all over it. Or it will.
Make millions of dollars, and we will just remember us when us little people.
Yeah, just you know, when you get those $1 million, remember to support my new website. See, that was marketing, and that means nothing I do is real art.
I'm learning from you.
Yeah, I'm here to help. That's why I'm on this earth. There was one guy whose modern art was letting someone shoot him.
What? Oh, that's what I meant by I learned serial killer stuff.
Yeah. I went to the what was the place in London? Is it Trafalgar Square? I can't remember. It's a gallery, whatever. That was really cool because they had things from like I think it started like 14 or 1500s paintings. Mm-hmm. And so as you walk through the different wings, it was like a new century. And you could see like how people were figuring out how to paint light. So you'd have like clouds, and early on there would be like, you know, like a 4-year-old, it'd be like a big yellow circle with the rays. They just draw like big yellow lines coming from it. And then as the centuries went through, you'd see like instead of that, they'd have the clouds. They would be changing the color of the clouds to show that. So it was cool to see how they were figuring things out. And then we got to where we are with poop on a stick.
Humanity surprises me every day.
My art form is bad puns and YouTube chat, says Babbage. Oh.
I mean, listen.
Cam, that's not how you draw the sun. Yeah, well, you know, you do you, Cam.
Cam, it's okay. oh, that.
There you go. Yeah, the sun.
I was like, what sun? I was like, oh yeah, I did draw sun.
Well,
I like comedy art though. I enjoy it, especially Gabriel Iglesias.
I might know if I saw him. I don't recognize the name.
Jeff Dunham.
The what?
Jeff Dunham.
I know that name. Yes.
Okay, he's pretty funny too.
Cam also puts a smiley face on the sun. So when I was like trying to break into comics years and years ago, I would always draw the superhero things. And at this point, I think I've boiled down to drawing ridiculous things is my favorite thing. So drawing stuff like this, I'll obviously never be hired to draw Batman, nor do I really want to, but whatever.
I mean, you never know. You could. They're like, man, I love this guy's zany art style.
Have you seen my Batman?
Listen, there's a lot of comedy shows of Batman. You never know.
For some reason, I really do like drawing weird Batman. Oh, this is a classic from 2020. Batman getting the Rona test.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one. But my favorite, I think, was the dollar store Batman. Those were good. Those are good times. Batman lends himself to being pushed and distorted. I need to do something interesting with this guy. I don't know why. This was something I drew the other night when I was just like in between dinner and my son commandeering my computer for Roblox.
Yes, the Roblox craze.
Yeah. I have bought many a Robux.
So has my little brother. I am so glad he's out of this Fortnite phase.
Oh, we're dead center in the middle of the Fortnite phase.
Does he get angry?
Oh yeah. There's lots of screaming. You know, I don't know. Maybe I game wrong, but and I don't play a whole lot of stuff, but I don't play video games to get stressed. And I don't remember what game it was. Something on the Switch years ago that I was playing. He wanted me to play, and I couldn't do it, and I threw the controller into the couch. And then in that moment, I realized it's not being a good dad. Maybe I shouldn't angrily throw things, which I never do. It's only with video games.
Okay. I have a friend. She cusses like a sailor.
Yeah, when she's playing video games or just in general.
In video games, we play Final Fantasy together, and I play nowadays. I mostly play it because my friends play it, but like it's when you're fighting bosses, it's like you're doing tangos and you're trying to avoid getting hit, and me and her suck at not getting hit.
The only thing I play these days is Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I love that. I need you to come out.
My wife, everybody's beating it, but me and my family. So I again, like I hadn't played it in a long time, and then when Tears of the Kingdom was, you know, because that news is big in our household. So I was like, I guess I should beat it. And so every night I've been going in there, and when it's Roblox time, I go in there and try to. Right now, I'm just kind of like going places on the map I haven't been, and just chilling. See, that's about my level of gaming, because you can, you know, you fight a little bit, and then you run around, and I'm not like getting angry at things. Although I did used to play Halo back in the day, the first one, Fly Fox, the first one, and I did play the second one too. But
I suck at Halo.
I got okay at it, but this was before there were Xbox Live, so you actually had to lug all your stuff to somebody's house and hook up TVs all over the house and have a LAN party. And that was fun because you'd shoot somebody and then you'd hear them scream upstairs. So it was more like hanging out time, like it was a real world thing. And then when all of that group went to Halo 2 and it was all online, we were like, this isn't as fun, and I'm getting cussed at by some like 12-year-old. So I kind of fell off with that.
Me and my sister used to do the first version.
So apparently I'm giving this guy horns. Why am I doing that?
The mind does what the mind wants when it's thinking or not thinking.
Yeah, well, I need to make this guy interesting, so this is how apparently he's interesting. Of course, I can take the horns away. You need something else. What do you need?
Trying to make her look intimidating. The thing is, you're not thinking, and I'm thinking too much.
Yeah, there's your problem. Stop thinking. We played Descent over LAN in 7th grade computer class with everyone in the classroom. That was the only LAN party type situation ever experienced, but it was really fun. Yeah, I mean, it was like we would get, go to somebody's house like at 9 or 10, and we'd leave at 4 in the morning. And I remember like driving home, and you know I don't know if you've ever played a game so much where you close your eyes, you just see the game, especially if you're trying to go to sleep. And I remember like driving home because I was running a lot of people over in the game with the Warthog. And I remember telling myself, don't run anybody over. Because I was just like conditioned by Halo. Used to play Halo all the time, junior high and high school. I was older than that. We had thumb drive. We passed around to copy the game. We can all play in the engineering lab. Tressel hates everything, of course. Murder simulator.
Which one?
Every game is a murder simulator.
Even
Mario's a murder simulator.
There's a game literally called Yandere Simulator.
Called what?
Oh, you don't know Yandere Simulator?
No.
Okay, so in anime, there's a thing called yandere. Usually it's a person that's obsessed over someone and they're willing to kill someone to be with them.
Oh,
and someone made a game off of that.
Okay.
And like, I don't play it. I watch people play it, as you can tell. But I would not have I don't know. I would suck at being a serial killer.
So what do you like? What do they do? Like they find ways to murder people?
Yes. So you have this guy named Senpai who your protagonist loves for some reason. And there's he has like a lot of love interests, and your goal is to kill off all the love interests so he only likes you.
Okay.
And there's so many ways to dispose of bodies in that game. It's scary.
So it's like serial killer training simulator.
Pretty much. Like there's a thoroughness. You could like hide the bodies in the bathroom. You could. This is not where I was expecting this conversation to go today.
Have you seen any of my streams?
That is true. That is very
Where
true.
are you?
This is true. Well, no. Like, that reminds me, but the reason why I said, like, art back in the day scares me, some guy literally mailed himself in pieces to a museum.
When was this?
It was, like, in the 1800s. Or was it in the 1990s? I need to look back at my history book.
So, was it a surprise, or did he, like, say, hey, keep checking your mail?
It was something like, hey, keep checking your mail. I'm sending in a one-of-a-kind piece. And then, his body showed up to the museum.
All right.
In pieces.
That sounds like something.
I don't think they ever displayed it, though.
Well, we got this. Got to do something with it.
I think at the museum.
All that work and didn't even follow through. Didn't get shown.
And this other person, he sent in he said it was a fake. One guy sent a non-human fetus to a museum.
A non-human fetus?
Well, yeah, fetus, yeah. But the museum arrested him because it looked too much like a human.
Okay.
So, art history is scary.
So this is why people are think artists are not right. It's because like not right people try to do art. So when I was posting like these dudes over here on Facebook, people are like, what did they say? Somebody's like, oh, what are you smoking? Blah blah blah. Whatever. And it's like nothing. It's called imagination.
Don't tell me about it.
If you need to take something to do that, then there's something wrong with you. You're not creative. I imagine if I took something, I wouldn't be able to do that. Although I did draw when I had knee surgery. I did. I was on oxycodone for a couple days, and I thought I'm gonna try to draw and see what happens. And it didn't look any different. So I don't know what that says about me.
People like say Stephen King did drugs while he wrote most of his books.
Well, there are books he doesn't not remember writing. He doesn't remember the 80s, I don't think.
Mm.
But I've actually never read a Stephen King book.
I have it. Mm-hmm. I read a little bit at the beginning. I am avoiding that one scene though.
Which one scene? Yeah.
Okay, not a PG scene.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm gonna make you say it anyway.
Orgy scene.
Yeah. So that's the kind of scene like you read the books and like you think Stephen King really is not right. Like he had to write that.
What the frick?
What is wrong with you, Stephen King?
I feel like he was on drugs on that one.
Have I ever seen, what movie have I seen that's Stephen King even? I can't think of anything. Like I haven't seen Christine. I haven't seen Carrie.
The Shining?
The Shining. I have not seen The Shining all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces.
What about It?
I haven't seen It either. I don't know why. It just doesn't interest me as so much. Although I did get I still, who was it? Misery. I haven't seen Misery either. Everybody got onto me last fall because I said I had not seen The Thing, and I still haven't. And it was on my list, but that is one I want to see. I mean, that's not Stephen King, I don't think.
I have not seen It either.
Is that John Carpenter? Lawnmower Man for Film Flame. Ooh, that might be good.
Oh,
because I do know that has got some fantastic early CGI stuff.
Mm-hmm. I also love Clive Barker too, Tristle.
Why is that? You're talking about the scene we just talked about? What unripe? I went through and watched last year for the first, because I'd never seen any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I watched all of them, except for one that for some reason isn't anywhere, like 4 or 5. And I was just like, meh. I mean, they weren't scary. Of course, I'm not a 4-year-old, but I don't know. First Halloween is like more my speed of horror.
Oh no, I like the older horror much better than the new horror.
I don't like new horror is like let's see how much these people can suffer. It's like just body horror, like gore stuff, and it's not really scary or suspenseful. And I like eerie, more atmospheric things, which is why I like Halloween, the first one. Then they got off the rails.
I mean, Halloween, the first Halloween's good. Ironically, despite gore, I really liked Predator, like the first Predator. My dad showed it to me one night.
Oh yeah, well that's different. That's 80s action gore sci-fi. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, it's not like, but that's not gore for the sake of the whole movie is just like, let's see how again, how much can we make these people suffer and disturb you? That's what it is. It's trying to disturb you. Predator isn't doing that. It's just like, this dude's going to get his chest blown out because it's Predator. Mm-hmm. Jeff says, wow, Siege sounds different. It's because Siege turned into Vivian. Jeff, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? Oh, they changed the meeting.
Oh, okay.
They always have meetings. Jeff is a professional meeting attender, apparently.
Okay. Ironically, about going back to Clive Barker, my mom actually has met him.
Oh, really?
It's a funny story. So they went to my dad and mom went to Dragon Con, and I think I was in my mom's womb at that point.
Mm-hmm.
This is pre-Vivian. And so Clive Barker was like, I think, an hour late to his signing. And he was he was like, okay, I'm gonna only sign one book, and only half the line gets it. And my mom was like in the front of the line, so she's been waiting for a long time, and she had like a whole will card of books.
Uh-huh.
And getting a burger. And so my mom's like, excuse me, sir, you've been making us wait for how long now? You're gonna sign every book. And okay, that's not the exact wording she said, but she scared Clive Barker and he signed all of her books.
I could see your mom doing that.
Yeah.
Proto Vivian. Vivian sounds nicer. I always feel like Siege is standing behind me with a knife, waiting for my guard to drop.
Dana.
It's people that are really, really nice. You got to watch out for.
Yeah, you got to see me how I play in Among Us.
I know all about Among Us too. I get to that and all the gamer streamers. The boy is all into the streamers. Which do you watch anybody like play video games?
Oh yeah, Jacksepticeye most of the time in Markiplier.
Oh man, see, this is something that I've said before on here. When I was a kid, the worst thing that could happen to you is that you go to somebody's house and watch them play a game you're not playing. So it was so boring, and now it's a thing and everybody does it. And I don't get, I guess because I think of being a kid, and that time that kid invited me over to go play Spider-Man on the Atari 2600, and which meant, hey, come over and watch me play Spider-Man on the Atari 2600, and I never got to play.
Oh.
She says, Brian knows all about, I died and you didn't help not one bit. Yeah, that was a something my son screamed from the other room during a live stream.
Oh. Reese, my little brother, he would like throw pillows, like plush pillow. Like he gamed in the living room, and there was a wall separating the living room and my room, and he would throw pillows on my wall, at the wall, and like he's a big kid.
Is this like recently?
Nah, this was years ago. He does not play Fortnite anymore.
How old is he?
He's like 17 now.
Oh, okay.
He was like, this is when I was in high school.
So like, because I remember him being a little kid.
He's probably taller than you right now.
Huh. Okay. He was at at your birthday party that we went to at your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember being a little kid.
He's
Well,
well,
now I feel old.
no, there's Jeffrey's still little.
Okay. Am I confusing people?
Jeffrey's the redhead, Reese is the dirty blonde one.
Oh, okay. Well, he would still be littler then.
I got him into Avatar, but you want to know what my process? Jeffrey didn't want to watch Avatar because he told me it was for old people, and that made me feel old.
Oh, it gets worse.
And I'm like, you can't call Avatar old until you watch the first episode. I told him what's the rule. And he binge watched it right after.
My son says he doesn't think I'm old, which is nice. But Guzmetti likes being old. Yeah, I'm happy where I'm at too. I wouldn't be, we talk about this on here often. Wouldn't be in my 20s again because my 20s were hard. That's when I worked for Tony. That's when I had to go to the warehouse and sit in the freezing warehouse. Bryce, what are you doing in here? That was not a good time. Same principle as watching other people play sports. I agree with that. I can't watch people play sports either. Maybe I just don't like watching people do things.
I would rather be playing the sport than watching people play.
Like I was never super into playing. Like I played like, just, people would get together and play football or baseball or whatever. And I didn't mind like playing. I wasn't super into it, but I would play. But I cannot sit there and watch somebody play. I can watch somebody fight. That's different. But yeah.
For me, I have no problem watching other artists draw.
No, I can do that too. I guess because maybe it's if you're super into something, then you don't mind watching somebody do it well. Maybe that's my problem. Hiroshi started feeling old in 5th grade. Things have gotten worse since. Jeff would like to be young again in the 80s, not today. Yeah, I'm glad that we didn't have the internet, social media, or phones when I was a kid.
It's weird to think life without the internet because I was born in the internet age.
Yeah. It was a different world. It was good. There was the big separation between your home and the rest of the world, and now the rest of the world is always in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And in the 80s, you could go outside and be gone for forever, just playing outside, and then you'd come home at dinner time, and that doesn't happen now.
Before like the internet became a really big thing, me and my siblings did play a lot outside, and that like my older siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I would run around in the field barefoot chasing butterflies, and my siblings would be playing football.
Okay.
But my little brothers, they're just forever inside.
Yeah. Yeah, and the internet back in like when in late 90s, early 2000s, that was a sweet spot for the internet. That was the internet Wild West. We were talking about that last week, I think. It was a good time. And then social media ruined it. I mean, social media, and then we all are in the chat. Like, if not for all that, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have a job. I'm aware of the irony that I hate it, and it is responsible for my career in a large sense. I can still think it's all stupid. Hiroshi got the internet in 94, 95. Ooh, fancy pants. Quickly got addicted. But until maybe 2005, you could still live life without it. Now life requires the internet to function. Yeah, that's true. I remember when people first started getting... I did not have an iPhone forever. Like I was one of the last ones. I was resistant big time.
I didn't get an iPhone until middle school. Or no, it was freshman year of high school.
My son's not getting one until he's like 40.
Yeah, my
Oh,
little brother's got go.
Matthew says, "Ooh, iPhone." I guess you're an Android person. Oh, Hiroshi hung in there till 2016. Good job.
Oh, me and my mom had a very interesting conversation. So the Queen of Spades, I was showing her my mom this, and she's like, she's a queen. Where are her boobs? And I'm like, it's kind of not the point of armor.
Well, everybody got mad at the Mandalorian when the girl Mandalorian showed up with boob armor.
Mm.
But you would think the armor would have to conform to their body, but
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. I made the armor like a conform. Yeah, like under the here's the boob underline. Okay, it's a bad sketch of the boobs, but
well, she's also facing straight on, so it wouldn't be very apparent, even if it was conformed to like the body.
I've been, ironically, speaking of games asking for punishment, I got into Elden Ring, which is it's Dark Souls.
Okay. I know the names, but I've never played.
But apparently, it's a I like games, like Hades, and I found out that I don't rage easily. I'm very patient.
Oh, see, I'm not.
I mean, I love this character, the redhead chick. Her name's Melania. She's like the toughest boss in the game, but I love her.
Oh, somebody likes Elden Ring. Matthew.
Yay, fellow Elden Ring fan.
So, what type of gameplay is Elden Ring? Again, I don't really know anything about. I know the name and I've seen some imagery, but I've never seen the game.
It's a game that's already like preset into hard mode.
Oh, well, so don't play it, Brian.
Don't play it. You will rage more than Fortnite.
I want to relax. My life is complicated enough without adding another level of complication to it.
So that's the thing. That's what I like about these games. I don't get stressed out. It's like a puzzle, and I want to solve the puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I want the puzzle to be the puzzle to pat me on the head and say, "Relax, relax." It's gonna be okay.
That's true. That's why games like Stardew is invented.
Smitty, why do people play games that cause rage? I think it's if you're competitive, like my son is, I guess that's the key. I guess I don't know, but I'm just like I just want to chill.
I am not competitive, and that kind of ruins. Yes, Melania, Blade of Mikola. Sorry.
Now y'all are speaking a different language.
Yeah. So for me, I'm not competitive, which kind of ruins games for my friends sometimes, because we were playing Mario Party and I wasn't trying because I never win at Mario Party. And my friend's like, "Why aren't you strategizing?" Like, because I know I'm not gonna win. You guys always beat me.
Well, that sounds like a self-fulfilling prophecy right there. Now, I will say what I do like. Like my son doesn't really play so much now, but Mario Kart. I'm good at Mario Kart, and I'm not gonna lie that I do gloat when I win on Mario Kart. Mm-hmm. And he got Mario Kart for Christmas. He got the Mario Kart Live thing. I don't know if you've seen that, where it's like you get the remote controlled Mario Kart with Mario, and it's got a camera in it, and you set up a course around your house, and basically your house becomes the course on the Switch. Oh. That was pretty cool, because then that's pretty cool. You set obstacles in the way, and then the Switch generates like the all the different elements. But that was pretty fun. He really liked that. Matthew enjoys the feeling of conquering the boss that's been kicking my booty for the last hour. See, I won't make it an hour.
It took me there's this Matthew would know this, the Magnum Worm. They have this katana that controls gravity and you can just fling your enemies. I fought that boss like over 20 times, 40 times. I finally got the katana and I found out my intelligence wasn't high enough to properly use it. I couldn't even use the thing when I finally killed the monster.
See, that's the stop for Brian. That's don't play the game anymore. Trestle says, I don't like competitive things online. If there's no threat of physical violence, then it isn't fun. Actually, that's why I go to the gym. It's if I mess up, I get hit. That's simple, straightforward. Zug hammers. See, this is you're speaking like a Swiss or something.
Listen, copying and pasting, especially something that's completely almost symmetrical, is not a bad thing. It also helps me figure out how to make the armor look. Queen of Spades is also represented by the Grim Reaper, but also is a symbol of rebirth, which is interesting.
I did not know any of that.
Yes, it's got a lot of history. The reason why the weapons and armors were stamped, it meant it was good quality, which often led to them killing people with said armor and weapons. The Queen of Spades has become... Oh, good.
I was going to say, well, a spade seems like it looks like a weapon anyway.
Mm-hmm. And before the 52 deck became a thing, or it was a thing, it was the original tarot deck. And so when you translate the spades into the tarot deck lore, it means sword.
Oh. Are you getting this from Wikipedia?
No, I did a lot of research.
Wait, you mean you actually did college work?
Yeah, listen, my teacher is always nagging me and he wants to see my proof of my research. So I'm like, okay, here's the deep, man.
He's like, I don't believe you. It's like, oh yeah, sit down, Buttercup. I'm about to tell you about spades.
Yeah. Because, the teacher, he's always like, you gotta avoid cliches, so I couldn't do the Queen of Hearts. So, Queen of Hearts actually really has a lot of history, too.
What about the Suicide King? Did you run across him?
No, not yet. I know the Jack, or the Fool. In the tarot card deck, the Fool is the protagonist.
I should look up the history. I can't believe I haven't, of the Suicide King. Why do we have a king sticking a sword in his head? I've thought about doing a deck of cards. Art for deck of cards. Add that to the list of things after I finish Thunder Punch and William the Last. Oh, Lord.
Worrying to make this perfect. Yeah. Need to have fun with this.
I don't know what I'm drawing here. None of this is making any sense now. Me? Not making sense? I will show it in just a minute.
I'm trying too hard to make this perfect, so I'm going to stop using the detailed pen.
Chef says, so when is Thunder Punch 3 coming out? After Thunder Punch 2. A deck with all the characters of the Bryce Shearverse. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I would love that.
I should do that. Yeah, that'd be good. How many characters would I need?
50, well, 52? Are we doing a tarot deck or a 52 deck?
A 52 deck.
Then you would need 52 cards.
Yeah, 52. The Jack of Mages. Thunder. I could do all my candy corn monster, my monsters. I could put Wagon Britches and Randy on there. Thunder Punch.
I mean, I kind of agree. Tarot cards are really popular, or not tarot cards. Sorry, card designs made by artists are really popular right now.
Yeah, that's what I keep. I've heard. I should do that. I should get on that this year. Hey, did you see my my animation for Thunder Punch? My transformation animation.
I loved it. It was so cool. You're getting every time you animate, it's so mind-boggling.
I'm gonna play it. I uploaded it to StreamYard, so I'm gonna play it now, everybody. Because what's the point of animating if you don't show it?
That is true.
Here it goes. It's gonna be louder than this. I guarantee the music's gonna be louder. So I'm giving you a warning, everyone.
Turn
Step
down
away.
the volume.
Turn down the volume. Here we go. That was it. 5 seconds.
I love that.
5-second animation that can reuse. I can make.
How long did it take you?
I worked on it for over a week, but not consistently. It was just like here and there.
Yeah.
And it was like reusing things that we had, copy and pasting as much as I could. My ears! I warned you.
We did warn you.
Oh, Mr. Thumbs Down, yeah, he's got to go on there too. Mr. Thumbs Down apparently didn't like my Film Flam Carver guy video, so
yeah,
doesn't like fun.
I found it.
Don't you dare start a new project. Every time you do, you get sick or a tree falls. No kidding. Man.
Yeah, I had that same problem too.
So I don't know what's going on with this guy.
I mean, he looks fabulous in my opinion.
Well, I mean, he has a mystery.
Maybe he's controlling the little wispy tentacle things.
Yeah, well, maybe the wispy tentacle thing is him, and this is just like his attempt to blend in with society.
I mean, I like that.
Maybe this is actually AI.
Oh no!
And this is what he thinks the average human looks like.
He's a robot from the future. It's Terminator.
I need to put something down here. Let's see. Oh, I know. Let's just load him up with happy faces. Because he wants to say, yes, I am artificial, but I'm safe.
Hello, I am Mr. Nobody. I am a perfectly normal human.
I am Mr. Human.
I am Mr. Human.
And that's exactly what he sounds like.
Are those supposed to be eyeballs?
This can be happy faces.
Oh.
Hey, look who's here. It's Wacky.
Wacky!
What's up, John Wyckoff? I haven't seen Wacky in a long time.
Yeah. Every time I try to see you, Wacky, at a con, you're like gone.
He's Wacky, are you doing South Carolina? Everybody, me and John Wacky Wyckoff used to sit facing each other in the studio.
Wacky's another person I would also bother at cons in my younger years.
One time, so Wacky had a bowl of, Wacky, remember this? I felt bad about this. He had a studio shenanigans. He had a bowl of M&Ms, huge bowl. And I thought it'd be funny to just litter like some those little hard candy banana shaped things in there. So when he get it, or Skittle, and then when he bit down into it, it kind of went into his gum.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, sorry. Didn't think that through.
I actually had to go to the dentist to get a filling in Monday.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I think I've got a cavity, actually. I'm not looking forward to that. My teeth are fantastic, but they say. But
yeah.
I think I've I haven't had a cavity in probably since I was a teenager, but I think my time's up. Hey, Catherine.
Hello.
Catherine's in England.
England.
I should make, let's see. I should make tiny happy faces here. Like that. They're everywhere.
Oh no, you asked me the best time because my computer. I had to send off my computer to get repaired, and a 2-week operation became a 1 month and 1 week operation.
Oh, well. Were you aware that my computer died?
You did tell me through texting that you just got your computer back.
So in the middle of all right, Wacky, see ya.
See you, Wacky.
So my son was watching, the YouTubes as he does, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting behind him. I got a recliner in the studio back there, and he's like, "Hey, what's this doing?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "It's still playing, but there's no video." I'm like, what? So I thought the video card died, and so I bought a new video card, and then nothing worked. And long story short, I ended up having to replace every single thing except the case.
Oh gosh.
So I have a nice new screaming computer, but I lost weeks. Yeah. Tressa says the smoke should be going over his head, then back up into his nose. I can make that happen.
So when it hit the 1 month mark, they gave me my computer. They replaced it completely. But you want to know what happened when I turned it on?
Nothing?
It worked for 30 seconds, 30 minutes, and then it wouldn't turn back on for nothing.
What? So where did you take it to get fixed?
Best Buy.
Oh. See, now I had taken it to a place and left it there, and I lucked out because a friend of mine, his son, here's something else that makes me feel old. His son, who I've known since he was 5, is now 33. Does computer stuff, and he came over. He's like, "Yeah, never send it there. Send it. You call me." So he fixed it for me.
Maybe I should talk to him instead.
Yeah.
Of Best Buy.
Yeah, I can get you somebody that's an actual human that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, Tressel, look. Here we go, Tressel. See?
No, I felt bad because this one employee, he was really trying to help me. When I told them the computer died, they spent 30 minutes in the back trying to revive it.
Yeah. Well, the guys that I took it to that Intrex place here, and they said they were like, "Well, we think it's the motherboard, but everything else works." Blah blah blah. Like, nothing worked. I got the thing back. It was like, and I had to. It took 2 weeks re-downloading all the stuff I had backed up to the cloud. Turns out, when you do a lot of video stuff, that's a lot of space.
Yeah, video takes a lot of room.
Yep. So the question here is the smoke coming out of his nose and into the pipe, or the other way around?
Good question.
Tressa, what do you think? This was your idea. Let's switch back and see what Vivian's doing with the queen of the spades there.
I'm trying to figure out how to make it, because maybe I should stop thinking realistically about armor and how it works.
Yeah, you never do that. Unless you're actually designing the armor.
I am designing the armor.
I mean, like, to make in real life. Like,
that is true.
It just needs to make sense in the picture. That's how I draw robots, by the way.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. No, because I was thinking like, oh, I want to add spikes, but if she turned her shoulder this way, she would impale her own head.
Well, Transformers cannot cross their arms, but that doesn't stop people from drawing them with their arms crossed.
That is true. Okay.
Ultra Magnus cannot cross his arms.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
But he does.
But he does, yeah. The amount of times that he does that.
We were talking, me and Brendan and Andrew Griffith were all talking about that. It's like, yeah, the writer writes Ultra Magnus crosses his arms. Like, you just have to draw the arms that would really just be floating in front of him somewhere. It just has to make sense in the panel. Can't think too much about this stuff.
Yeah, I see it. This is why I work. This is why I need this, so I can stop thinking about this.
I mean, have you seen this guy? Look at his neck.
His neck is beautiful.
He's a beautiful man.
With his little horns.
Oh, his horns need some. Where's the color? Need some shadow.
I haven't even gotten to the background yet. I love backgrounds, by the way. Cat. And
I like drawing backgrounds.
Backgrounds are fun. Oh, there's a child going to be looking over her like armrest. Like, hi.
The child of spades.
Yeah, the child of spades, because spades, the reverse meaning, not only does it mean death, but if we go back even further, like before all the angst and stuff, it meant a symbol of transformation and rebirth, new beginnings. So,
see, everybody, this is you all are learning. This is learning. She's teaching you.
Yep. So there's going to be a child there hanging out, and she's protecting the child. Because I basically made the Grim Reaper accidentally, and my version of the Grim Reaper, I'm humanizing her, that she protects those whose time has not come.
Okay.
For example,
that's a good twist.
The child.
Yeah.
She's protecting the child, and when you turn the card over, she's going to be actually holding the child, and they're going to be playing a bunch of flowers.
A spade is just an upside-down heart with a stake in it, says Cam.
Yep. Exactly, Cam. We're on the same vibe.
That's how Cam views life. Hey, you know how many times Cam has been suspended on Twitter?
Oh, what did Cam? What?
Cam, what are we up to? This is a tally I like to keep keep track of.
I'm scared of Twitter.
I post art and things, and I check my mentions, and I rarely go to my timeline because it's just a hot mess. Cam says more than I can count. Yeah, I think that's true. I'm actually kind of impressed. Oh, you know what? I have not saved this at all.
Oh, yes. Save. I haven't done that either, actually.
Nobody has said sip and save. Everybody, sip and save.
Sip and save.
So, what is this? This is, I don't know who this is. This is, he's Pipe Man for right now.
Oh, yeah. For those, this is a child of spades right here.
Oh yeah, the page of all the sketches.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of experimentation. If I could show I have like over 100 sketches.
All in layers. That's some Elliot Fernandez level layering right there.
Where is it? But yeah, a lot of character design, because originally I had this book and there was this character. I found out I got the meanings actually mixed up, because you think the Queen of Clubs would represent, because like a club,
mm-hmm.
The clover, you think it'd be a weapon, but it's not. Club actually stands for magic.
The club stands for magic?
Mm-hmm. And like connection to nature.
That I could understand. Why is the club a clover?
I've given up trying to understand that myself.
Aha! Stumped you. I don't know either. I do know that today is St. Patrick's Day, so
I need to wear green.
my son has already pinched me.
Mm.
I'm not wearing green.
My cafeteria gave us like this weird mix between like green rice. I shouldn't have eaten it.
I don't know if I will wear green today. I don't have to wear green. I ain't scared. I'm not going anywhere in public. Or am I? Do I have to go anywhere? I don't know. I don't know what's going on today.
I mean, to be fair, like I'm an art. Like art students are too scared to pinch each other. They are.
I don't think I knew. I think I knew maybe one art student when I was in college. I knew a lot of nursing students.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of There's nursing very popular here.
Man, this guy could be the king of something.
Yep.
Babbage says the term Cards Club Clover originates from Italian Spanish cards, which included a suit picturing real clubs, which the French, of course, later changed to a trefoil leaf, and the English to a clover. I read that, and somehow I still don't understand why they changed it. Why? There's a wrestler called Finley who uses a shillelagh, has a psychic leprechaun named Hornswoggle. Midget psychic leopard. Oh, I know. I was in the elevator with Hornswoggle, Tressel, at the Fayetteville Comic Con. I thought of you, actually. I stepped in there and I was like, hey, Tressel wishes he was me right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I found the reference. Not the reference, the original sketch that I was basing this off of.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Are you going to put the Queen of Hearts in the corner?
Yes. She's going to be, like, looking over. Because Queen of Spades, because, like, even though, like, she represents death and, like, not fertility and stuff, I feel like she'd be a good, like, I feel like she's a good mom. I don't know why. She just gives me good mom vibes.
When it's time for the kid to die, does she kill the kid? Did I throw a wrench? Did I throw a wrench in the...
Okay, yeah. So, like, she'll stop from someone time from coming. Or, sorry, not time. She will stop if it's not their time. But, yeah. Like, let's just say she saved you from getting ran over by a car.
Uh-huh.
And then 5 seconds later, you get hit by a train. And that's how you're meant to die.
Ah, gotcha. So she's not actively going to kill. She's going to not stop you from dying one time.
Yeah.
I got you.
Like the time that you were meant to die.
Cam says, enjoy your murder fantasy. I first read that as enjoy your murder family, which I think is funnier.
It's that meme of where the guy breaks into your house. He's like, I murder your entire family. And they're like, what family? Like, oh.
Oh. Let's see. Oh, I need to add some stuff, some color to his face. Always got to give him the little bit of red to his nose and cheeks, and then 5 o'clock shadow, just because it's an easy way to make it look good. Things I say are always funnier if people imagine their own meaning. If more people did that, the less often he would be suspended on Twitter. I'm just saying.
Now I just imagine Cam as like a war veteran of Twitter.
As a what?
A war veteran who survived the Twitter
Yeah.
wars.
Yeah, he's you fought in the Twitter wars? I was once a Twitter warrior just like your father.
His father's father.
Cam goes to sleep and wakes up in a cold sweat. Twitter PTSD.
You should see the scars.
All the scars are emotional.
I'm actually a little behind because I went to Disney World, and the only time I had a chance to draw was in the car. And you know how hard it is to draw in a moving car.
It's yeah. Or a plane. Planes are actually kind of hard to draw on too.
Yeah. Back in Twitter nom.
Twitter nom. Can't believe I'm still in Twitter nom. It's great tweet offensive of 21. Need a background here. Let's see, what should I do? It needs to be maybe a blue. Maybe. Oh, okay. That might work. I'm going to interfere up there. I'm going to mumble to myself, as I usually do at this stage.
Oh. Do you have any, like, drawing pet peeves?
Drawing pet peeves? That other people do or that I do?
Either works.
Let's see. Well, when people are so perfectionist that they don't do anything, that annoys me. When they're very talented, I have friends that are super talented that don't do things because they want it to be perfect. I'm like, get over it. Let's see, what else? What are yours?
No, so that is mine. I want this to look great, so that's why I switched to a much chunkier brush, so I can not focus on the detail and just focus on like adding more to the armor. For some reason, chunkier brushes make me it's harder to like do detailed stuff, so it makes me think less.
Yep.
Pet peeve of mine. I used to back in high school, how animes they would draw boobs. Boobs would be like balloons. And it was the reason why it was a pet peeve because it looked like if I poked it with like a fork, it would explode.
Well, it would.
Yeah, it would, and like that annoyed me because like realistically, if boobs were that big, people would not be able to get off the ground because that's a lot of muscle.
Comics are full of ladies with back problems.
That's true.
We lost a lot of good accounts in that war. The Chilean Twitter. So something happened on Twitter with Cam that for some reason he was involved this week where he responded to someone and then a ton of Chileans in Spanish came after him and he has no idea why or what they were going on about. And I read it and it still made no, like I can read Spanish pretty well and it still made no sense. So that was pretty impressive. I've never seen that happen before.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's like they were all like quoting lyrics and stuff, and I'm sure that it was very funny if from Chile. But
they're probably just messing with you, Cam. I mean, there are
outstanding in a field somewhere.
Yeah. There is a lot of trolls on Twitter, I've noticed.
Yeah, there are. Some people take Twitter very seriously. I am not one of them.
I'm not either. I stay out of that drama because I do not have I'm too anxious for that kind of stuff.
Well, it takes up a lot of brain power that I need for other things. So people like every once in a while, somebody, I mean, it's pretty rare because I don't get involved in stuff, but people will post something and I'm just like, okay, whatever. Sticks and
Ironically,
stones can break my bones. Spanish can never hurt me.
I had one hater on Facebook, ironically.
Oh, well, that's rare.
It was my first hater.
Do they keep showing up?
It was just one time.
Oh.
No, my mom's in charge of my Facebook account, and she's like, my daughter doesn't need to see this. He's my manager.
That's actually not a bad idea, because if I would totally hand off things to somebody. Okay. I'm gonna noodle this thing to death.
That being said, the Queen of Spades can kill people. Does she choose to? Most of the time, no. But will she? She has to, yes.
Speaking of internet trolls, she could kill someone. I'm looking at you, internet.
Yep. Oh, back to the... Yep.
Well, yeah, you know. We are... today's topic is apparently death.
Sorry.
Killing. That's okay. It's been worse.
Okay. In my free time now, I finally realized why people like listening to true crimes.
I haven't listened to any true crime stuff, but I know it's a big thing.
That and I listen to video game lore.
To what?
Video game lore.
What is that?
So like, I will listen to rants and theories about this character, about Elden Ring and all the lore, because like, it's hard to like absorb the lore from the game just by playing it. So you have to like,
oh, okay.
I just let other people do the research for me, and I listen to them spout about it.
See, I don't know what I'm doing here. If this is gonna work. Sorry, I'm can't see what I'm doing. I'm experimenting with the background here. I don't know if this is.
Go for it.
I think it. Oh, I know what I can do. Maybe I can mumble more. Mumbling. That's what helps. Mumbling is the key.
Mumble.
Not that. Not that. Trestle, she doesn't advocate violence, but if you put herself to fit in a situation where she's legally allowed to inflict extreme pain, she won't like it, but she will exercise her legal rights. That's the elevator pitch.
Yep. That is basically what she does. Yeah, I
pitch you can take straight to Hollywood.
I could give her, because I want to make sure the armor lines up, and every time I duplicate it and flip it, it looks scarier and scarier.
Start looking like a Hindu god or something.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? I could give her 4 arms, but where would I put the other 2 set of arms?
Cam says, when you put it that way, this is my new favorite character. Trestle is now in charge of marketing.
Miss Trestle, you're my lawyer now.
Should the spikes be spade shaped?
Ooh, thank you. Baggage. It's a good idea.
Oh, let's see. Maybe this down. Nope, that's wrong. My
layers. Have you played 3?
Have I played what?
3 houses?
No.
I think you would like Three Houses.
What is that?
Fire Emblem. It's like it's a digital chess game.
Oh, okay.
And you can put it on easy mode, which will, let you.
You can put it on easy mode, Brian.
Which, okay, I do too sometimes.
No, I would totally put it on easy mode.
Because there's an option for story mode. You can just enjoy the story instead of worrying to strategize too much.
See, now I might like that. Oh, great! So you can always add arms to someone's head. Hey, that would be that would be something I would do.
I mean, maybe it's like Stitch, where their extra arms pop out of their head.
Could be.
He is very this is like porcelain mask. He's very terrifying underneath.
Fire Emblem became a dating sim. It's a shameful thing.
Oh, it depends which version you're talking about, because they kind of, yeah.
Why has everything become a thing?
That's kind of interesting though, because imagine I like Grantish, is that how you say it?
Grantish.
I kind of like that because imagine it'd be like an animal ear, but like an arm having to lift to hear stuff. Ooh, actually, that gives me a good idea. You guys have given me an idea.
They do that sometimes.
So I'm thinking what if I had claws and you reached around the mask like this?
Hey, there you go.
Because I'm thinking I went through so many versions of there's a moth version, there's a child version. Originally the child was going to be the Grim Reaper, and now I'm she just a shapeshifter? Because if she was a shapeshifter, because she probably, I feel like her insides would be would look like this. It's like an eldritch creature.
Is that her face? That's creepy.
Yeah, she's like an eldritch creature, so she wears it so she doesn't freak out people. That's what I'm thinking is her face, but that's not canon yet. I do say, horror that actually is good now. I like how we're saying good horror and meh horror is analog horror is actually pretty interesting.
Analog horror?
Mm-hmm. It's very similar to found footage, but it's
I get you.
It's good. There's a lot of lore, and I love lore and history of a story, and it makes me just want to. I like researching a lot. I like to think.
That's a good thing.
I mean, tentacles do give Lovecraftian feel.
Yeah, like this. Total Lovecraft.
Yep. And the smiley faces.
That's what really says Lovecraft.
Dang, you've already finished yours.
Yeah, but I'm not getting graded.
That is true. You're not getting graded. I am.
Except by the chat. The chat's pretty judgmental. Oh, I like that. I didn't mean to do that, but some texture, sure, why not?
Yeah, I think you did a much better version than the auto color thingamabobby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I forgot. That's where that's why this started. A rant against AI shading. Gotta get what? Isn't the upgrade super cheap right now?
Oh yeah, because since you already own it, you get like a 60% off.
Oh,
So
okay.
for me, it was like $40. And like, cause but if you don't already own the program, it's like $200.
Yeah. I'll have to do that today. Something else I gotta do.
Oh no, I don't know, like, cause there's a trailer of them using the shading assist, and I'm like, this is sus.
Yeah. Well, they were trying to do the what was it? AI something or other, and they got pushback for that. Let's see, screen, so I can come here, grab.
You know, and it's a one-time payment. Thankfully, they're not doing the monthly thing. Thankfully.
Yeah, that's how they kind of finally backpedaled on that.
Yeah, there's a reason why we like you more than Photoshop Clip Paint.
Like for design, not gonna lie, Pumps does some interesting stuff. I mean, it can assemble things. I don't want it to do my drawing for me. The arms of Hindu gods all come out of the same shoulder area because the same arms rapidly moving, not really extra arms.
Thank you.
Kusmeti.
Thank you, Kusmeti. I do apologize. I have dyslexia, so I can't read most usernames.
Don't call her Kusmeti, because apparently in Syrian that's a swear word, and I called her that. I called her that for like 2 years.
So sorry.
Before she told me.
Yeah, I've had friends like one of my roommates. I've been saying her name wrong the entire time. She never tried to correct me until much later. And I'm like, oh, why didn't you tell me until now?
Well, that's her fault. All right. So now that I fixed that, there we go. Is his hair supposed to? It was a shadow. I have to fix it. See, because Betty was just laughing at me the whole time.
Is his hair supposed to be blue? I think that's shadows.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't read quite right. All right. I'm gonna make this actually black again since I changed the background. And then I have to go back to fix this. It's getting out of control.
I've noticed most like the best horror now isn't made mainstream. The best horror is usually made by indie properties.
India?
Indie, which means like independent company.
Yeah. I thought you said India. I was like, what? India. Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff now that's better. That's indie in general. In everything. Most big companies are scared to take a risk on stuff. Which is why everything's a remake.
Yeah. I've only watched the first episode of Velma. I was not super impressed.
Yeah, that was bad.
The reason why they don't have Scooby-Doo, I found out because they didn't give them the rights to use Scooby.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in it. It was just a very mean-spirited and poorly written. It was like AI wrote it.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing with the Flintstones now. They're gonna
Is
make
a
an
Flintstones one now?
adult Flintstones because that's what we needed.
I like the OG Flintstones though.
Well, too bad because you're getting the adult version. There's a texture never seen before: shucked corn cob.
I'm not gonna lie. When people say like adult version of Flintstones, my brain thinks Family Guy.
But yeah, pretty much. Dead House watched about 3 minutes and turned it off. I did 2 videos for Film Flam of it, but I added a laugh track, which made it more enjoyable. And what else did I do? I forgot what the other video was.
Laugh track definitely would help.
Oh, it's almost noon. It's about lunchtime.
Mm-hmm. Have you had breakfast at
No,
all?
I haven't eaten anything today.
Okay, you need to eat soon.
Yeah, eating's good.
Listen, I brought waffles on to stream.
Oh, see, you came prepared. Usually when as Kusmeti has pointed out, whenever I start talking about food, the stream is about to end.
Well, I mean, food is important. You need to eat it.
It's true. I enjoy food. I like living. So
Living is good.
just gotta add just a little bit more of this. And then wrap this guy up. This guy might appear in the lore of Randy and Wagon Britches. He looks like he would fit.
Oh yeah.
So if I slowly work on this over the course of like months, when I finish up everything else, this will be like ready to go.
Just like ship it out.
Yeah, just do a little crowdfunded thing. And I won't have to. I'm not doing things that aren't. I'm not going to crowdfund things that aren't fully finished anymore.
That's understandable.
Things can happen. Tressel says food is his enemy. Tressel, you got to get loaded up on carbs to go dig for gold, don't you?
You do.
When does a gold mine open? Up there your way. Up there your way.
Up there, they're left.
Dead House is addicted to Starbucks double shots. I just have straight up black coffee.
Coffee.
Way too much coffee.
I'm a tea drinker.
It's very British.
Well, okay, I drink it the southern way because I put a frick ton of sugar in it too.
Okay, well that's acceptable.
I can't. I cannot do accent. I cannot do Canadian accent, but I can do Russian.
That's a good Russian.
I play a character on Wednesdays called Pandora.
Is this the one that's on hiatus?
No, that's the other one. I play Slimora. I'm very nice. I'm a very nice druid who turns into a dragon sometimes.
Oh. As dragons do turn into things.
Before
2 months
Slimora, I was Dodie, the Avatar of Chaos.
So this was like the podcast thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did y'all do it on Twitch? So was that on Twitch?
On Twitch.
Okay.
No, so the last session Dodie was in, it was a really emotional session. Everyone was crying because a character died.
So the tears were real?
The tears were very real.
Sometimes tears will happen during paranormals, but for different reasons.
Okay.
Usually it's because you can't breathe from laughing. Well, specifically Elliot, not so much me, but so YouTube, I just noticed, has a podcast category in your studio control panel thing.
Oh, okay.
So you can select a playlist or videos and categorize them as a podcast. I don't know what that does. I just saw it. Like, I think it just happened. So you might want to look into that.
I will. Yeah, I actually am. I actually want to start posting more on my YouTube now. No, feel free to come invite me again to stream. This was fun.
Yeah. Yep, we'll have you on pretty regularly if you're around. I'm trying to do most days at 10.
Oh, so Grantish. I'm addicted. I'm also addicted to this. Wait, sorry. Dead House. Sorry, I'm also addicted to Starbucks, but I'm addicted to their dragon fruit drinks.
The what? Dragon fruit drink?
The mango dragon fruit refresher.
Oh. Yeah, I just get the coffee, the black coffee, the straight up.
Dang, that's really bitter.
All right. Well, I'm going to call this because this guy, I think, is going to start being overdone here.
He looks great, though.
And then she's going to have like 8 arms if we stay on here.
That is true.
So, everybody, I put your Instagram link in the description. So y'all should go and follow Vivian. She'll be back. I need to go eat lunch. I need to go eat lunch now. Everybody go eat lunch. Even you, Tressel.
Go eat lunch. Yes, Tressel, go eat.
Glad you could catch it as well, Grantish. Be back. I guess my next stream on here on YouTube will be Monday. Monday? No, because I have to do something Monday. Mondays are a bad day. Tuesday sometime. Anyway, whatever. Peace out, everybody. I'm hitting end broadcast. The button is being hit.